matches awodoa I was a UEFA Champions League no no ya bo aye match day 6 chess and adreno womo hwenom so betimi abroad omo points ni nyina no more and some atwa so omo points so about dey sense wentimi anya points na chess from number 1 and some akwesi number 8 and aye first 8 womo so omo qualify ni nyina no wentimi shem and ye one ebiem and some aye say from second 8 and kon ye kan say aye third 8 ni nyina no na chess mu eba ba ye den and so adama wa bra qualification ni nyina no and some betimi abibia ohonoma and also aye kakra ba chess ni nyina no nsem no ye de eme ye tefuna mo ma memfanto onim say awo Manchester United onim say no pay no but about to just say Jumedi ore fan sa Jim Ratcliffe and some di emaboku a ye fan some man and so no and some aba kate crossing to kaya wa be ko ba so run nya time no aba je the percentage aye 25 and ko ba say 26% stake what Manchester ni nyina no wa kate no ma pina off emowura ye fan say Alfrega some nyina no wo mo so maje omo de ebiem and some aye staff from ye adwuma emama yiwa wo so makate safo ni nyina na report to me nyan say and some manager abanas aspirant so wura no and some maba so kate cross and no pay but about to just say the echo so say wo mo Christmas party a tradition I just a team bia wo sina kai and some our Premier League no bia no ye ba be to bronya santem no and some aye party at the man adwuma for I just wo bia wo ye cleaner and some po oye janitor empo eba se bia oye ketman odwuma dia wo bia no wo mo so consider amasa Christmas wo mo party aba so no pay no make sure so wo no ye say wa cancel sa Christmas party I was sanka no and some aba so na report am say can say and some any Germany ni nyina sa ama ye say omo ye adwuma at Manchester no say staff ye say ba ku kodin koma wo so diri ye ba sa the next person ye betimi asake no and some betimi ayo no na ba bro ru ba ya wo ba so one the on my car to say bia aye born nko aye sporting aye stake and what na what sporting aye stake and the way ya was majaw kwan way ya was majaw kwan e ma chese no ma koso ni nyina no e sheda anya bi mu de ama say yes say adwuma foni bi wo mo so ahase enyiya eno so ababa kakra from us whatever na wa bra beto twa beto de se kosa o we fon so dam ashworth na no ye wo mo trues kama Newcastle akofa no ba ya wo mo so maja no krama no kono mete se o ma monitor Atletico Madrid o we fon so Andra Barta ono ana German say kan nyina no sa bobo kwa no sa Manchester United for no wo mo so abaso mo tene ba na so se bi Andra Barta ababa ana sam po ru na ema no nyina no enso magina negotiation na wo mo so abatumi ade ansa no po ru no enso aba consider wo no so consider na Germany no say no sa Manchester for o we for so don fund sa ansam by some few months ago beto jasa when your problem on the team ama chese the team was on wa shum keke wo we are sa some throw out ama chese mo jani ate enso ban o kase no wo feel free to mo fan cross photo ama chese beto jasa van sa no when ya chese problem on the team mu ama confirm sample aba nay nyame dom na wato no o very okay ama chese ankomani nyina no van sa nie wono som adinama babi am dan say wo mu bisa no say oni ten hag and some aye adwuma awa yas apai na Genesis ama ten hag ba Manchester wono aba family ama chese mpanifo no wo mu som na jano kwaso wonko and wo say ten hag no Obakaya, one more time, yes, or you're successful. Adibiano, some manager, and Yabiano, one of some mania, and yet no day, Ayasabasha Madrid, what one shall Bamunchen, what one shall Juve, Amasas, and a Kakakrabi, Nankayas, or Krakow final, and yet Tottenham, one man stop Ayas on Mutuno. Now, what did you about some money about Manchester? No, now I expect San Jumadi or dear, and some other Mayas, or very pretty say, as our minimum, I have 4 Anto Tamani Mankoye, and some from an Amenamano Casa Jumadino, woman Jano Emaniko. Now, Vanda San say, Rubina Morimum, was shot about Bakumi, one Quadano, Joa from Hood came over to Komaka Karibat. Well, be one shit and MP, them of the best work coming and say, the moment Tabia Babasa won't promote and hack. Now, say, Odia Morim, Abashani Panano, and also much kyerɛ bia mpanifo no wa ma ɔmo hwehwɛ mu awie ɔmo yɛ adeɛ bi ɔmo so ɔmo yɛ sɛde bɛyɛ a wɔn nso mnabɛtumi appointe the right coach ɛde ama ɛyɛ Manchester team no ɛne sɛ akɔba sɛ bia owura no ɛnso ɛde adwuma no ama Ruben Amorim ɛde a na ne ɔmo gyidi atwom sɛ coach wɔ yi ɛnso mnabɛtumi ayɛ adwuma no ama Boboku a yɛfa no sɛ Manchester United ɛno nti ɛna bia ɔmo de saa coaching job no ɛnso ɛdama no a ɛno ɛnso ɛyɛ update ɛba ho nsɛm no yɛde ɛma yɛtiefo ɛna no pɛi ɛnso ɛwɔ no so Arsenal Dominion Sessia no sɛ manager no yɛtwɛn sɛ Mikel Arteta nyame yɛ adom a wɔn nso ɛbɛbɔ Monaco ɛne yɛ ɔkyena na ɛne ɔmo training session ɛbɛkɔ so ɛnso ɛwɔ Sompa Realty Training Center wɔ Arsenal wɔn yɛ training new year pa report on mensa kan sɛ wɔka time no ɛnso ɛyɛ 3:30 area ana kyerɛ sɛ wia no owura no a yɛfa no sɛ Mikel Arteta bɛtena se ama kyerɛ sɛ no press conference no nyinaa no ɛnom nso atumi aba so a ɛnom ɛyɛ update about manager no nie wɔnom ɛne yɛtwɛ sɛ nyame yɛ adoma by 3:30 no wɔno nso na press conference bɛtumi aba so a ɛno nso ɛyɛ kakra firi ɔma so ɔyɛ ɛnso na de ba ɛna no pɛi no ɛnso ɛwɔ hyɛ no so afei ma memfa ntoɔ nom sɛ deɛ mensa ka no sɛsei no ɛnso ɛne sɛ ɛwɔ Boboku a yɛfa no sɛ no ayɛ Tottenham wonom sɛ wɔm no nso mu game na no ɛnso ɛrema Chelsea na Christian Romero ɛkɔprae ɔnom obi a no ɔhyɛ anyɛ fit ɛna mpanimfoɔ no yɛ ade no bɛstarte game yɛ starte match na kukɔrɔ yɛ ateahwe na ɔma kɔhyɛ goal na bobi asaba na ɔno yɛ sa teahwe biam na ɔma sa kwa wɔhyɛ second goal na ɔno yɛ kyɛnkyɛn ne mpaboa ma sa afiri wɔ kɔba no Jadon Sancho no ɔmo so kyerɛ sɛ akom no aba sɛ bɔɔl na Chelsea bɔɔl nyinaa ma wɔ sɛ ɛna Premier League mo bɛgye na mo ka wo na yɛnte aseɛ Romero nie wɔsɛ pride game no wɔntumi anwie na Jameson kan sɛ wɔn si wei no ɛnso ɛyɛ pramono a kyerɛ sɛ ne pra no ɛyɛ new muscle injury ɛna Argentina no yɛakɔdan no a yɛfa no sɛ Romero ɛnso akɔakɔnya na yɛsɛ ɔbɛtena fie 6 weeks no ɛyɛ automatically ɛyɛ 1 month and 2 weeks ɛna owura yɛfa no sɛ Christian Romero ɛnso nabɛstay ɛwɔ fie na supporters ɛna Tottenham wɔn nyinaa sɛ nka bɛyɛ nka coach no a yɛfa no sɛ Ange Postecoglou wɔn nkyɛn manager no kwa ɛma no nkɔwɔnya deɛ wasa na sɛdeɛ sitia no results aba no nyina no ɛnyɛ baako sɛ a wotumi tena ma wohyɛ Man City ba wontumi nhyɛ bi a West Ham nom no kyɛ so ɔma ɔma kama Arsenal ɛgu wama from 2 goals up ɔbɛ bottle ɛbɛ lose 4-3 ɛnso ama Chelsea deɛ a na ne adwuma no wontumi nyɛ no so no nyina akyi no mɛte sɛ yɛsɛ mpanimfoɔ no sɛ nyame yarema January sɛ transfer market no bi a wɔn nso ɛbɛ baaki coach no ama manager no akɔ so ayɛ adwuma sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a wɔn nso mɛbɛtumi atɔ bi aba bɛhyɛm ɛnom ɛyɛ adwuma di adeɛmɛsɛ ka no nyina no sɛ no ɛnso mɛbɛtumi aba so na Enzo Fernandez ɔno ana yɛsɛ nsɛntwerɛ no baako bisa no sɛ yɛsɛ sɛdeɛ mo si kɔ league mobɛtumi agye na wo nso wo ne sɛn ɛwɔ so ɔmo deɛ wɔn yɛ ɔmo nneɛma bi as deɛ ɔso ɔmo tumi yɛ na deɛ ɔbɛso ɔka no nyina no sɛ wɔn nya league no deɛ a wɔn nso ɛbɛgye na ɔwɔ mbɛtumi adwumi sɛ nipa deɛ ɔtoɔ no mu a wakoma soare no so ɔwɔ nɛnɛm nyare yɛ amepɛ ebi amenya nkame oni helicopter anasa bi a private jet ni nyina no wobɛtumi adwumi supporters wobɛtumi adwumi wɔsɛm ɔmo yɛ ɔmo dwumaden a kyɛ sɛ ɔmo fan game after game a saa dwum ni nyina no wɔn nso wobɛtumi anya ama ayɛ yie na coach no a yɛfa no Enzo Maresca Shark fa Enzo mamiyɛ wɔn mu sɛ Enzo Maresca so pani yɛsɛ sɛdeɛ yɛsi kromasa wɔn ntie deɛ mo kam na ai yɛnduru Arsenal level yɛnduru ayɛ Man City level ana yɛmpɛm kyɛ sɛ Liverpool baabi ani adwene ɔmo ntie biem bɔɔl na mo bɔ no ɔmo nka the last time kora mo consider 2 goals ɛbɛ bounce back ɛbɛ win saa game no Chelsea coach no say wɔn bɔ game wiyɛ na ne message ayɛ very simple asɛm a wɔka kyerɛ boys no yɛntie Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca.
The rest after the game, my message to the player was to be focused. Anyway, tomorrow we are off, but to be focused in the day by day, in our session, in the next game on Thursday and then Sunday, because if you start to think in 2 games, in 3 games, in 4 games where we are, it's completely wrong. So the main focus has to be now enjoy the day off with the family, with the friends. When we come back, go again 100%, train well, go for the game, no more than that. The rest, we are happy that our fans, they are happy. They can dream, they can think everything, because from outside, there is not, it's quite clear. Also inside, the reality is that, I said many times that
Yes, and no, I am some manager friend say and so Maras can attend in Casa, Yadena accepts MI for another pay, and some our show says here just in way, and some news I mean can say count him sir Manchester Derby Ababaso, your Man City body at Manchester United on Yamia Duma, I Sante and a Manchester Derby, and no Abaso and Performance say, one of the referee, I'm a right fan sir, yes, Anthony Taylor. Enti umpo Anthony Taylor wano ana bedi Man City and United omugema and I Sunday Derby I was a basso and Stuart Atwell and some other va I was a match anymore and I say break and asania you can say Justin and I buy the something no and my for another pay and some our shown for fee my man Fanto when him said James second so room Bobo Cran fan say I am Bobo Cran Bansa my Bansa coach no could red card. Wabo most airport draw the red card na. Woman video about almost say a yadebi and a coach in a gesture and time a referee question far and taking the decision. Now just a bouncer coach and a flick and some nothing say be at dinner and Kaye and then a dance and your money now. When it's a star is a shaka projective video no and some Ajamawa almost a gesture no and no and you say referee swa what day a red card and a bouncer coach and no and some update banana peno yet I stories and some demo and to utimi area obeche red and no a reference to decision I will take here now Ronald Arao anopai menaba to just a bus squad I'm about Dortmund no one abawram namum asuso about jet minim and say be a Ghanese match and performo and some other ball now bus coach na confirm the squad one very too quain na Arao anya near can say medical green light enti okabonsa one squad in here we JC number 4 and your Ronald Arao onom anya medical clearance one some other course match anymore na report amensaka and some other job and some moment na just omo calling on your time one some akoko from Abia bus and omo call time can one flight and some other two just Arao onom and omo making no and some other squad no and some babos a boss of way and some iradia one was two quite a Germany and a boss of Kuno one some Makoba game no now you can't about two of him say I was a Barcelona as I register Codena the fun side Danny Olmo and then Quadaba Kumi said and Sana January Quay one some asset to Yabobium medical about you just as Casamano and your problem Amabokua the fun side bonsa now re-registration and no casino Basa for catch some omunisika na unuma dia bonsa abaso mo yesere be a omo betumi balance omo books na fei deadline daho and some animal kodan registration at 31st of December and the 31st na Ghana for call on night 31st night you know at the same day and a deadline and some animal play away registration and some liga one headquarters Basa for say the ambasso me ayo VIP ayo boxes no one problem na omo de ahye ne sanabia ebia ya lisi de mama je me ne free na kwasi kabia baba bia matuase amamo ba me wi bottom ni ade eno bi ana basa wo so me omo say we drew omo stadium on ma VIP boxes no and then kabia take it bia be twane ebia so bi beto drink bi ni sanuane bia ni nyina ba basa omo bottom and omo pe obi na omo ton ayo VIP box no ajamane I tried to them. I said, "Oh, Baba, rent a yawana na sample. One of our lease now we yet to man any. The baby also found to me a seskana. Normally I will register Kodana Fansa. I yet Danny Olmo and no, I yet to media boss Abokono. One of some other Somuya and also I Kaka Frimo and some other player na. The Fansa Jonathan David. I will leave Obako for free. Boss and Yadia free Amope. And what you think I could be Jonathan David. Na a free Obiape. Yes, boy no Tottenham ama fetchwe ama chesa contractor wo me akwakoto boy nanim afa pa na asose bi aboy no ebesan anase bi aboy no ensom ensa yenyante hwe yesi boy no atwa Barcelona ebiem ensom aye defender na ye fan say Jonathan Ta enso obi makana asem de atro ama makacho say Oliver Kusi no wonu som abeko for free wonu so aye obi abosa boboku no ensom abesa kwa bia so mo fa no ensom adeneba na report am say kan say wonu abeso wo ye ne kan say financial sacrifice and say bia the seek out bet no wonu som abetimi ade salary cut and say bia pay cut say the bia wonu so die so bobo ne ball and the coach I fan say flick no and some abetimi aba minina ne yanuma and some abetimi abam ade am boss team na and some I kakra free mu and some aba Champions League na Jaminya say Paris Saint-Germain and PSG womu bom game no na Paris Saint-Germain for game and some aba so nim say womu so call away na we mo call aye Austria hono womu Salzburg and ball na Paris Saint-Germain supporters ne say you want to just say no Womoba na Parisian supporters no ni baba say 800 omo ensom anaba na report am say kan say bia ya locate adiamo no yesen ka fani panama kuma ko 1500 na mom dia men say kan nyina no say no wom say ni panama kuma ko 800 ano nyame ya doma anyu omo so aba stadium na afei wom so aba support aye Paris Saint-Germain wom so atim no na Inter Milan abo ade atiaboboku a ye fan say Leverkusen eno and some a big game. Now, match where you say interphone match or not simple, woman consider go. Now, Jamaica can say Simone Inzaghi say, Leverkusen Timino. Woman ya team adruba bi omo timi ba throw back adruba bi omo timi ba chire 4 na manager no so ona omo ya adwuma no onuma adwuma pa jodo so kan nyina no say Leverkusen our strong team na ebiem ensom na say womo build e free chire nyese bi be drum free anase bi animu a ana mo attack free chire womo pressing aye kama womo attack so team so ball no e ba ma chese we ya team na wanyina na so ya we ya hwan wo be consider na no aye big game and about our brass running now was also very careful and some our faces no I attack and some defense now many janum about what chess also careful and some our sa and your faces you know now Jamaica can say or from Shabi Alonso and some Akasai and one at Joe or Koba said Jumedia your fan said a pre-match conference Abasino Shabi Alonso say you want to just only Inter for bar and your match get a game I know and some other Leverkusen, coach Xabi Alonso.
We are facing one of the best teams in Europe. It's gonna be a great challenge, but as well for us, we want to see where we are, and we are playing home. So great expectations from our side. Hopefully we will be ready, and it's gonna be a big challenge. It's better not to say too loud, but for sure. It is what it is, and that shows that over the last period of this team, of this club, I think that we are aware that there has been a development, not just in the game, in the club, I think in the mentality of everyone. We want to play each game to win, even against a top side as Inter, we will try to win the game, and that's our...
Yes, and a Leverkusen manager Francis Xabi Alonso now tells your daily excerpts for an pay live on the show. I Sompa 93.1 FM live on Facebook canal, live on TV and live on Radio Daswa. Yade I stories cinema na Liverpool game no and some boys Shironya Liverpool so our 100% record matamano I was so na play ba ko bi abana basono I midfielder Francis ran Raffenbeck na boy say yes say omo Madrid a match every year now Liverpool supporters at the akwadai I compare Toni Kroos je omo kan nyina say there we put Toni Kroos at just on our game mu a eno aya bonte ran Raffenbeck na Jamaica kan say boy no and central ba ku bisa our pro match anwa and obisa say what tell some ball game our Anfield every year am for do compare Toni Kroos now tie na to say and was na Kroos dey so be so a legend of the game and he said abase bia don't compare to Kroos and he said don't know on Europe I was so sua our three abase sani man nyina onye nsua nwie enti ya no compare to Kroos our jitum say bia Kroos ya legend there na I was saying obuso oye adwuma ne mom no I was so oye adwuma ne bi ka ho yenti akodan na ya fa no sa ran Raffenbeck
Hi, Ryan. Did you hear after the Madrid game, a lot of people comparing you to Toni Kroos? Just don't know how you felt about that. Must have been a big compliment to you.
Oh, yeah. It's nice to hear that, of course, because Toni Kroos is a legend of the game. He did a lot of good things, so it's nice to hear that.
And to beat Leverkusen and Madrid, I mean, did you feel like Liverpool were almost becoming the team in this Champions League? You must take so much confidence from big victories like that.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to beat them because they are really good teams. And for us, we look game by game and then we see further.
Hi, Ryan. Did you hear after the Madrid game?
Yes, and I somehow Quadana Franisa ran Raffenbeck, and I'll tell you, getting some MIA for another game by Quasa say, among for some Pebiasha Atalanta, one more and Real Madrid, and a game about Real Madrid, Ebono, and you be a Madrid, Abasha, our Begamo, and also Atalanta, and so fine form, and some other Twasso. Now, Coach Franisa Gian Piero, Gasperini, or no, I will say you want to just Madrid for coach now. Your fellow Ancelotti no was it coach no the best coach we are say and yes be a new Ancelotti I am and a man defining manager and say be a coach no as the best no what did he bas I present here I kasenti and what did he bas a manager no and also I am the best obi abet me akade opebia na nkoye and a denjena wo yo masa was say na I am prompt no gina so what they can some Ancelotti no and some the best coach we are say na Jamini nyina no se wa bro mu kota hotel na aye NH Oreo aye Al Sergio Hotel our Begamo Real coach no pre-match ono so say wo mu busan se Vinicius be start ana and also mo as of now on team kase bi on be start aye Vinicius and Rodrigo apart from mo no mo maka nyina betimi start na mo latest amenya no se Vinicius no onye 100% fit and a dream or start here a chance aye sacrifice and akotano and some ebeki Jamesa kanin namsa and kaka na fo no makoma kutu and kaka 10 more days and sana Vinicius are fully fit now so no permit but just a boy no ever started our Bergamo because serious corner points na Real Madrid awo and baby omo dano so man timi a win match we ya about the year pass be a first 8 no wo so about me qualify and many Janet and sana no latest fumo and some not banana per boy no one man start na so more risk was sacrifice Emma manager your fans Ancelotti and some opposite number so was so me na for pa share Juve epen na adwuma na champion ayede ma Atalanta no we ya adwuma pa just say abebi omo make changes I was squad no mo na so ball no da so ball and watch ni adwuma dia wodi ni na ye kama na Adamola Lukman player our former pa ana ensentrani obani bisa Lukman sa omo de Vinicius abao na aye likely sir and abastate anya bia dia asem no kadia fa Madrid etima Vinicius aba Bergamo ni bi ho and also Vinicius no aye top player on ball yentie Adamola Lukman.
Vinicius Junior came to Real Madrid tomorrow. I think he will play. Do you think he's the most dangerous player in the world?
Yeah, he's one of the top players in the world. He shows that consistently, time and time again, also in the league and also in the Champions League. So, yeah, one of the top players in the world for sure. Top player.
Vinicius Junior came to Real Madrid tomorrow.
Yes, Meza BBI friendly.
Nyame adoma hwe ni experience fancy BBI boko.
Yankwe.
Yes, fancy and about birthday be by second part na ma babe. Now there has been several discussions around this particular weekend I call ya the buy. Na say Ghana for na kasa ne esa so to be for says ya to aba na wi ko so ne koye wadwuma men ko yigidi wo ba bia tena ba bi na dwen ho enye sa bibi ya wa ye okwa wakokwa tena ba bi dwen ho din de beto aso bi ento aso ne nkoso na enye wo akire on be handle o made but obi obeka cho say Chelsea nye contender in the league bi ani pa ne boa. I'll say it again, say whoever will tell you say Chelsea enye contenders of the league title no oboa. Maybe ade obe reason here say you want to manage expectations motitare ho na bia mo hwe de mbetimi aye mo nka se mo beje. There's a difference between say we are competitive enough and contender to win the league and say we don't say si ubu aka se league in meje. Two different things altogether. the moment you say obeji league no, it means it's fancy di Maria baby a 9C no league no obi a ne bobi antimi ne wo mo. But when you become a contender for the league, that means only nkofuko be mienu ana miense bi na pre-league title no. Na mmom bibitimi ye ma wa watimi akoso akwakoji league no. Eti Chelsea omo kase league no mo beje de, but omo ye contenders for the league at the end of the day, and nobody can dispute that due to the numbers we have and whatever that is there. Now between Omuni Liverpool you 4 points with Liverpool 1 game in hand. Now Adeba my Chelsea team no quite optimistic about more chances around the league. Say there has been only one time, and I bet me don't say Subuaka said Chelsea conceded 15 goals in the league and all from Cratching will be there and Omodijes league, you know, in 2005, 2004-2005, and they lost only 1 game. But consistently, Adema set Chelsea apart in the league winning seasons. Say so man the best or the top scoring team in the league, or more the second best or top scoring team in the league. In 2004-2005, Chelsea G League after 50 solid years now. Fancy Di Maria, the number of goals at Chelsea sharing 72 goals. No, now Arsenal pay and more goals than Chelsea that league season, despite conceding less. In 2005-2006, Chelsea and Manchester United no more league no in terms of goals. I hold one no more no ashene nebo so. In 2009-2010, Chelsea share 103 goals. Fancy na omobru any team behind in terms of the number of goals on mashe. In 2014-2015, na Manchester City pay and share more goals than Chelsea. 2016-2017, Tottenham Hotspur pay and share more goals than Chelsea when they were winning the league. As a stance, I mean, Walker say in the league, team or match goals pa. I will check the league log. No, what the English Premier League, you would understand. Say Chelsea, that's wrong. No ma. When you show say team bia, team has more goals than what Chelsea are in the league. So the first indication say Chelsea are back and they are a contender for the league title. And you said their number of goals or more team share in the league. Prove that particular fact said that one. Number 2, their level of consistency when it comes to the last few games in the league. Prove say Chelsea a contender for the league title. Say Ubenya table now me there to me food and media mawa. Chelsea against teams are on more the second half of the table and a bottom half of the table. Ube check here teams no more top on no more pre-league ni no. Liverpool shebi. Arsenal should but Chelsea among these top teams are almost bottom half of the table. No, in terms of the league now, Chelsea show and they are finding their way. It will have best points per game record versus bottom halves this season. Top 3 near one Liverpool. Sompa was she 6, Warren 5, wa draw 1. Arsenal, she 7, was she 6, I draw 1. Was she how many goals? 17 are conceded 6. Liverpool has 14 and conceded 6. But her Chelsea were bought 8, meaning Chelsea are bought even more bottom half table teams. Olusu Bakukra was 6 games, I draw 2. Was 24 goals.
Those games are very important.
They are very important. And the entire Major say Chelsea next 7 games and against teams are on more the bottom half of the table averagely. So, o strike on the league table in the past seasons are or more. Over check Brentford or finish half of the table last season, bottom half. Everton bottom half, Fulham bottom half. Ipswich squad are fin wabem. Crystal Palace born home on India, but bottom half. Bournemouth last season was shut down because even though so our form by bottom half. Then Ubenya Wolverhampton Wanderers bottom half last season. It is the next 7 games ni prove that Chelsea are contenders in the league. What the form guide component ya among the 7 teams no more form ye why mo. Oba check Bournemouth or more form or more Chelsea way away. That means more Stamford Bridge. How many games that Chelsea had if you lose this season apart from Manchester City? What you say in the league? Oba check Fulham. Chelsea be born was Stamford Bridge. How many games that Chelsea had Stamford Bridge lose this season? apart from Manchester City, Fulham beko. Then there is Brentford. On also form. On also beko Chelsea home. So Everton away is not a tricky fixture due to their form and what they are doing. Over check it is not a tricky fixture due to what they are doing. Then over check an away game to Crystal Palace. It is not a tricky fixture because more form this is in on this city about 2-2 there, but their form is not good. And some what share Wolverhampton Wanderers or also Chelsea home. So you look at the next 7 games and you would understand that Chelsea are contenders, and by January 25th, before I sign Chelsea, Manchester City maybe on the league in the top. Fancy, when Liverpool fixtures, no. Liverpool form near there, Fulham, but there are 2 key fixtures within this particular Leicester. And your form near the ball.
Okay.
And yes, a Uber home near the ball. So tricky fixtures near Manchester United, Liverpool, Anfield, and a Fulham, Tottenham Hotspur, away. Last season with the Tottenham Hotspur here, Liverpool. How close that fixture was. Then there's Manchester United that Omumi and Nomusia. May there be a better market to say Liverpool as a first leg there, but definitely second legs can be easily be a bit more different. Those 2 tricky fixtures. Then you look at Arsenal. I won't even talk about Nottingham Forest away to Liverpool because Liverpool back to show mukra. But the Tottenham, any Manchester United, they will play key role in the next 7 fixtures before January 25th. Then you look at Arsenal. Any Arsenal games be on my ball, any results be on my nya. Any how tricky it is with Arsenal fixtures now. In the next 7 games, you would understand say Arsenal should bet me a 4. It is fancy. The next 7 games, Serie not say Chelsea. Etimi Ashemu 6. No madromu bakwa. Liverpool 4, and you're very careful. City, and you're careful. Arsenal, and you're careful. Chelsea will win the league.
I don't know more pressure much.
Obiama more pressure, and one more resource na the more that.
The coach no didn't want to say.
Me say
those
me say
level.
I know.
But say more
Chelsea is managing. When my Chelsea team they no. One, they have faced teams that was some more grinding results they've got, and teams some million on team Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester City. Chelsea lose 2 games, me boy. And one is show when Liverpool, Man City. Liverpool, Man City, so in the last few seasons in the league, I'm top half of the table teams. Fancy. Me say, oh, there's a seminar coach in Ekano or Castle the bedroom supporters na kuma se munya with 3. But on the realistic note,
Sompa Sports.
Chelsea, me say after this next 7 fixtures, say Chelsea, we need 6, no draw 1. Me say Chelsea, Ebeji League no. The next 7 fixtures.
And Liverpool are ready to lose.
Oh, fancy. Me say Liverpool 2 tricky games, and I'm telling you, sir, by January you see against Tottenham Hotspur, against Manchester United, these 2 games, you boy are. Then you see Arsenal crowd. Me say Arsenal is not ready for the league title. I'll say it again. We are Arsenal fan. They are not ready for the league. If you want to win league after competing against Manchester City, no Kofula Makofa draw. Now if you now over draw, now we lose some games. Last weekend they were title contenders. This weekend Oma Forta. That is not how champions play. Liverpool will not Forta and come back and go and Forta again. Liverpool Forta bakwa or Kobo Besa to Asube 2 and 3 akwakoye. And Messi Medika said Chelsea number of goals no motion. Put them in that particular bracket.
Is it by force to win the league? Akumia, we Chelsea fans don't want to win the league, but will win all our matches. God willing.
Ocean matches in
Liverpool. Everything about Liverpool.
Ocean matches in Liverpool.
Top 4.
Ocean matches in Liverpool.
Top 4.
Fancy. Ocean matches in Liverpool.
I don't say top 4.
What did they mention? Ocean matches in Liverpool. If you are not a contender, then a better 7 fair. So far as you are in the top 4, and you are second.
That's by force.
Oh no,
Jamie Carragher win that.
No, Francis, we make a statement. We say, Mike, Shadie, Mike, me say, there were 2 different things. One, ubetimiaka say, league in the Mayday, Meji, league in the Meji. Say you are sure. Say baby, I would not say teams now no mobile league in the Antimino day. Embo. And there's another part of it where you can also make an argument, say, oh, you're a contender. As a contender, oh, that second, oh, that third. The fact that you are second, you are third, you are closer to Nippon or that first. It means it's say, oh, pressure, no, you are contending. So, also, bet that first will be. And share Enzo Maresca the reaction after the Tottenham game. No, we no, hey. Chelsea is on the low, but nobody per numbers ne kuta Chelsea, per baby omoda, per points gap, per the results they are getting. Fancy. Oh, nobody can tell me that Chelsea is not a contender for the league.
Coach, no, then who can answer?
One of them Chelsea team, the Mesa said, you know, Mesa Hardwin. Say, okay, Conference League now. They are only 2 matches away from even confirming on qualification. Almost free more the year for Cup. FA Cup, no money will come in there. Between now and February in January, Chelsea bet my rotate squad na 2 strong squads. At their bull league match 7 na kano. At their free. Tina Maker said, don't be surprised if they win 6 and lose 1. And Atlanta bet Mama breach your ball. Oh yes. Real Madrid team na one day was so there, but man share Atlanta at the right time. Or man share at the right time. They won during last weekend. But I still say, Real Madrid away from me in the Champions League as well, and said that because the last 2 away games were called Lusu. Wasako another game Wasako lose against Liverpool. Now he goes to Atlanta. Atlanta in the Champions League this season will be anti-Michel. Wabo draw the one one born Arsenal. And David Raya was the difference maker between the 2 teams when they met Arsenal. Ademola Lookman, Charles Di Catalare, Martin Sports, Edison, Real Madrid were Juma Yene Papa. And Atlanta will be looking to revenge whatever Real Madrid did to them in the Super Cup. And they'll be ready for Real Madrid today. Maybe the good news is Vinicius Jr. is back. But Real Madrid, esusu person mo Russia akodane back akora ne person bo kamunya abotre kra ma ne ntena nchen kakra.
Yes, baby adru.
But baby adru no.
Yeah.
And Ibraba, they will need qualification. And tactically, how Atlanta set up a team and the quality they have and the number of goals they score. Fancy. Real Madrid will need to play above the levels we've seen them play in the current weeks to get a result. And yes, I want to see any associate. I'm say Katakano. This week, I know most of my Champions League. PSG, they will not qualify.
Salzburg,
they won't qualify. PSG, omu team no. Now we can run almost acquire yana.
Well, I say good morning, Fancy. I'm Fresh Bay, watching the show live from Manso attack Antwerp Chrome. More update on FC Barcelona. JT so say, please don't forget that Liverpool is 4 points ahead of Chelsea and with a game in hand. So what everyone wins? What if everyone wins all their remaining matches? Who crowns the winner? I know a message, your friend JT, and a JT did some message and so by. Nana Quatroda could say, we don't want the league. We don't want the league title, but we are contending for the top 4. Akomia, Man United will win the league. Nana Kujo a message. And you're from in no time a free Africa. I will say Akomia thinks Liverpool home game to United is a difficult game. A question. I don't know.
For 2 seasons, Liverpool difficult to score Manchester United Old Trafford in the league.
Okay. Well, Mike.
Fancy, may I say, the aspect of Chelsea being contenders or not, I think the Nina brofo and how I will see a Cheche Muafa. But the reality is that this Chelsea team are not challenging for a Premier League title.
That's it.
And I did bet Chelsea are in this position because of an accident. Accident being AC. City dip in form, which is very surprising. Arsenal are on and off. Then Liverpool having a perfect start to the season. Sanya Mami and Sanwe, you know. And no nedidi mua ama Chelsea dienaba. If Chelsea wins this season's league, it's an aberration. And of course, aberrations are expected to happen. What is an aberration? Idea, it comes by surprise. Not part of the plan. Just like Leicester City edge Premier League title. It wasn't part of the script. But out of the way, you know, they came, they won. So it's a Chelsea to major title. It's an aberration. A better Chelsea supporters, nebe will be a crown. How? Because o check it before the season started and even after the season has started. Nyoma bebraces, you know. Chelsea have not demonstrated true character. So where your team will bet me a title. Number one, check the defense. Check the goalkeeper them. In the Premier League as it stands, teams are more top 4 nim currently. Most errors leading to a shot. Arsenal are 12, Chelsea are 11. But Arsenal have not conceded from errors leading to shot. Chelsea have conceded 3, which is the most of the top 4 teams. And unforced errors. 10 is a will be unforced error. As will be creative.
Okay.
When you're title winning form, you minimize the errors. Liverpool have conceded just 1 goal from errors committed. But check the number of goals they've conceded. 8 goals. So Chelsea have a very good attack. That one, I will not lie. But even within the good attack na Chelsea won, there's no one potent attacker in there. Obabo Palmer. But Palmer this season and Palmer last season, most of Palmer's goals now, penalties ni kushino. And then yes, sustainable. Jackson is not your consistent scorer. So Chelsea have an attacking unit, omoye prolific. But you call Liverpool, there is Salah to single out. Man City, there is Erling Haaland to single out. What Chelsea whine? So in as much as the attacking unit is solid, no, they have not yet molded the typical Premier League striker or Bedu and Nimdu call a Konano. But they have a good attack, they have a very good midfield. But at the base, at the defense level, fancy, it is not so good. And until a man wanna say, or a Chelsea fan will say, yeah, because on him. How young this team is and how inexperienced they are in terms of battles of this nature. And experiences do count. Why ni bio no? I am now mostly a mawot to me a to boase. Na unfa pressure and to so no why the opposite. If you put title contenders on the Chelsea team now, trust me, the pressure and tension back up be Lucy. So what Enzo Maresca is doing is to try to block the noise from entering the ears and the heads of the players. No? The moment Chelsea players, we are challenging for the title, and the extra pressure. These are the same group of players who were battling with making the top 4 or even the top 8 last season. Not much has changed. But I knew maybe a CCT and a fast track Chelsea than about Rosa. If City had been winning all their games, my dropping points, how many games now? 7 games, we're winning 1 pair. If they had won at least 5, check it, gap and Kodiama Chelsea. If Arsenal had maintained their consistency in terms of last 2 seasons, and compare now, Komama Chelsea gap. So it is not Chelsea being too good, but it is Chelsea being consistent and not losing. And then the other challenges na who's omumum is slipping. And that is why. So they are accidental contenders. But realistically, they are not genuine title contenders. And that is it. Yeah. They are there by accident.
Leicester.
Yes,
and say, Akomia,
nobody is an accidental contender.
Oh, no problem. No.
No one is an accidental contender.
Mate, me that say. Now, to the Manchester United story, anyway, fancy.
Sompa Sports.
I like it that the United fans are experiencing the normal Chelsea for appointments gone wrong. And no munim the omoye Urefi. Chelsea here we Christopher Vivell. Hey, no more Christopher Vivell. See no wager whole quay. A part of the process. Sadiano, it needs to happen for success to come. One year is and it has okay. Why am I is Man City? Man City better Boboko and Abu Dhabi before they buy musika be remuno. Check the number of appointments they got wrong and then they changed from coaching to the top. Stability came when they brought in those trio of Ferran Soriano, Tiki Bergesten, Omar Berrada. Pep Guardiola bekao and it is our stability no at the buy. Check Liverpool Fenway Sports Group buy. Sata Mutis Kakoto and the Caro Mone Ricky Lambert mo. Then they were appointing coaches and getting it wrong too, including Roy Hodgson. But when stability came, they were able to get things right, and then they've repeated the success. Chelsea, there is stability now, but check the chaos. See from the start. Nobody say Todd Bowley. Todd Bowley, Kwaka say Obebo formation. Me akomia formation. Me look at
4-4-3.
4-4-3. Nina, you see, chaos nebeba. But you learn from those experiences, and then you correct yourself going forward. It is true. Jim Ratcliffe now Rebecca said, "Oh, who's sporting director and says so sane than Ashworth that." But again, the same Ratcliffe was instrumental in triggering the exit of Dan Ashworth. That is how this football thing works.
February 21st, Jim Ratcliffe. Dan Ashworth is a 10/10.
10/10 sporting director.
July 1st. Dan Ashworth is clearly one of the top sporting directors in the world.
Good.
December 8th.
We jan kwai. Enti football no, de bia no 1+1 enye 2, but aya na mu amo won chen no, mo ntiase yesa. So CCAC no, afen na mu hu de mo nka. You ridicule Chelsea for this. This same process na mo fam no. Mo de sre Chelsea ka say the Chelsea project no, omo nim de omo ye.
Sompa Sports.
The same Chelsea project now come here bet now and there. Wow na say obeti Premier League title.
Premier League
Yeah, reversing fan court a year back. The same person was here and was hit a year fiercely castigating the Chelsea project. And to the Americans say, if Dan Ashworth has left Manchester United after 5 months, it doesn't mean the United process is flawed. And I say, and they go. They will learn from it. They thought, oh, Dan Ashworth aye juma wa FA, Brighton, Newcastle, Afa. But ye ne free setup mua. Yet now into a new setup. He needs to work with Jason Wilcox. He needs to work with Omar Berada. Aye na compatibility. Ebe create issues. Send ye Ashworth nisi hu football ranefa. Ene de Berada nisi hu no. Obon se abe collide. Abuebra. Into where the nedieba. So it does not bring the best of an individual. And this is the first time you referee United project and approach you from 2014 and pro at the bedroom ray. You can't use Dan Ashworth to fix it now. But I love the ruthlessness. When they create good, it creates a culture of fear. The fear of failure.
To be a benefit.
And to whom now we are na media me Rashford na met me up on the troka. The Ratcliffe moya na tira say one keka wo ho a ye ja wo kwan mo wako. And to have that culture of winning, you first need to institute a culture of fear of failure. Yes, ro say ye be lucy. Yes, ro say ye ndin kunim. So let's be understanding. Sa na tie. Nyankopon ya admo china. There is a Champions League game in Basel. Juve, Man City. And Rasuna news nearby say the Premier League weight case now 115 charges from Jabo Man City no Makewi. They are expecting the verdict to be out in the spring, which is next year by January, February. Oh baby, good. Now, the likely sanctions opponent at Man City has gone through a similar ordeal. Once more come Man City as City bet me relegation. You bet me relegating, you bet me at your points bear 30. Juventus have been in the same soup before. The Calciopoli scandal. Calciopoli this year it was Luciano Moggi. Yes, Amato referees go or mumu influencing matches to favor Juventus. And 2 titles are not my and yes, crappy titles off. Different circumstances and a city DNA. That one has to do with Sikasem and Munukradio Mendy, especially paying certain players, paying certain managers, and even breaching FFP Nehonsensem. Different. But the underlying way in the business Juventus were docked point, they banned officials of Juventus and then they relegated them. City, if they are indeed guilty as charged, you bet you on more point. They might suffer relegation. The Juventus echo muno will City be in a position to go through. What did Juventus go through? 1, players every club ni mwako. Juventus then had a crack team. Now Shadrach, me send no picture be on WhatsApp if Suwenya. The departures of Juventus in that particular season they relegate you no. No Marco fast Zlatan Ibrahimovic from Ajax. No about 2 seasons spare. Ibrahimovic every Juve Echo Inter for 24.8 million euros. Emerson had joined Capello on in the free Roma and on mobile Juve. Emerson Echo Madrid. Siko the cover Emerson 28 million euros, almost on 16. Zambrota Echo Barcelona. Patrick Vieira had just joined them from Arsenal, just 1 season. Ojahoko Inter. Adrian Mutu Ejahoko Fiorentina. Fabio Cannavaro, who would then be named the best player in the world that same year. Ojahoko Real Madrid. Lilian Thuram Ejahoko Barcelona. Enti sa Cachopoli scandal no. And the relegation na Juve Sapphire no. Emma Omulusu these players, and these were top players then. Omujahoko because no omon peso money omobebre. City can suffer same ordeal. Players of City, would they be willing to go down with them and come back? Very difficult. Juve DNC, they had to fall on youth. And then the days are boy been on the Tico Sebastian Jovinko.
Okay, yeah, Jovinko.
Good. Yeah. And the Yomupie, Claudio Marquezio, because they had to go down. And the top players left. Ellen Holland, Rodri, Omo Betna, and Omoko. City will look at this. 2, revenue lost. Immediately a confirmation at Juve points Omoko down. Nike sat down with them and did a renegotiation. You see, sponsorship in the Diamamono. Yamfa Mamo Samon Fan Kobo Serie B. And this is the amount of 40 million, so about 15. Juve lost revenue, accruing to bear 100 million euros and over. City, they will suffer same. Sponsor bien who are Oba City. Onya they say, oh, Champions League, Okwa bonus ni, OG Premier League bonus ni, Championship the enemy. And it's Okwa Championship, a better sar clauses in Ephraim. So they will suffer revenue. They will be hit. Then, you will be offended the money ranking. The table of men. You can't top clubs, rich clubs. Yes, I listen. Good. Deloitte. When Juventus Calciopoli Nebaino, Juve were ranked in the top 5 of a Deloitte money ranking. After Calciopoli, Omunra top 5 for that. Eddie Besinde. So, that forms are. And it makes me understand the kind of stress that Pep is going through. Pep also can't be. He is not himself.
Yeah.
Check it.
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola has acted unlike Pep in the past 3 weeks than they were here throughout the spell. And the Pep too, I am just saying, Majinsia. Pep, and he's having exchange of words with Mourinho.
Now crowded on the streets of London. No.
Good. He's gone out of his way. They will think about all these things. The players, they will think about all these things. So it is not easy for them. So City will play an opponent who will show them, say, I'm sure the Omube come that channel, mrebi a trim, my pain. And how will City cope with such an experience? But in the Champions League games, I think, you see, when it gets to crunch, Champions League, I don't think Atlanta can deny Madrid. Something is on the line. And not just a game for 3 points.
Yes.
But something is on the line. I'm not sure say Atlanta would deny Madrid that. So it is a game I see Madrid. Because what Atlanta do mostly, this is how they play. Omoya man for man marking the press. Madrid were too many individual qualities in their team. Players who can turn around games at any point in time. Especially with the inclusion of Vinicius Jr., they add another game changer. And the individual game changers in the Madrid team, just like they did in the Super Cup, they will influence the outcome of this game. So, me want to say Atlanta system, and the Madrid, Bromo, but Madrid would definitely find a way out of this game to escape and see what will happen. Then the rest of the games, Liverpool will present a full squad against Girona. So I'm present a full squad Nidia, and they bro ana Girona for no almost best of anti heavy win for Liverpool.
Wo Mate Mike ene mezam damase ye ba so na ye to so e de free a wallpapers no so wo pe normal ones ni bi ato ana so pe 3D wallpapers ni bi ato OP say ye nkan cho se nioma ba bronya ba mo de ansa wo pabo ene chese ye our living room and our bedroom obenya ho e wo fie enti twa odeko ye decoration ma dem enso enye fe madam asiesie enya kama baby abeso twa odeko bia na 3D wallpapers and a blind curtains no e bi obenya bi enso ato wa ma TV backlight arebo TV achi wo be self-ring light mo am wo social media no so a mo ye mo video seto aye TikTok no and e chese mo IG no mo YouTube ni nyina no our self-ring light no be ma videos ni aye fe obenya plastic wardrobe center carpet and diffusers and flowers wall clocks and dart games no be ma bi and our best friend so akwa fa bi e de aba enti hwehwe na kira kwan e wa dum pz na kwasi agman build na man op e wa oye adwuma and our chronom so our barrier on the market e di enimhwe 0540 353750 na OP enso enjo so Gingermate dental clinic hono wo kwa o kona mo problem se bia wo sen ana wo tenka se ya wo gam eyo ya dodom e bia kaka ba ma mo na botokro wo se ase a wo mo ebetua tokro na mo me feeling ama wo se da bia ja no nyina so be jane mo se no se mu apai ana se so ana abu obeso utu na replace the kama ana so obeso ye cleaning and polishing ye teeth whitening ana obeso ya Gingermate dental clinic ho ana question so mo de abafufidie no ana da so aye adwuma be kone mpo wo mo so aye ni nyina fine e de ma ba sa na akoni pamu a wo mfare esan so onum aye hwam ama ahoni die enso o che so onum no enso aye kama abrebia no emo na entimi ma metena aye wo gam ana sa wo sinimo Gingermate our branches out of eastern region Kofodio Amoben Central police station no ana fe udwabre junction so a ekwana wo fa so ade akobantama High Street on Senifaso waba wacha total fueling station no Abonsana Bank ewa senasro ana Gingermate dawo 0559139582 Gingermate enso abejo na enkomo bia kabia no openi no enso atimi edene kama express group enso mo do kwama no ne we aye school for mo mudie ne ntu so ye school ni na abeso to aso nya scholarship ewa manone a express group enso boawo ama process no nsem ni nyina no wonso watimi aye ne kama mo besa mo to aso ewa Canada US Australia fei obeso ko New Zealand na simple Germany and wachi obeso rom enso ewa juka hono nyina no express group enso ade obeko a chese oberum ewa saf labor run about afeme ka se dum so no omo ewa dum railway baby a police station omo be hono mo ba mo de enso be friend penfo no eye 0555550067 na express group and so enjoys na komo bia kabiano onem panfo no so endiwei ayo boase gringo bitters carnival and a baso nyame alma 24th of this month Heroes Park ya the Amrado King Paluta and a Stone Boy and a bar and the 24th of December no ayo boase gringo bitters carnival and a baso take it no and some abuane dafom abomodi and so be dial on your phone ayo *714 *003 *8 hash na chese ono wonso waju take it na so pa be call aye poku trading no wire from insure from ho wobenya bia to na fe be ka se supermarket restaurant and aye Pice restaurant nyina no okwa ho no benya take it ni bi enso ato na fe wonso waju di aba be have fun 24th tian wa hye enso adiamai ye ko break aba quick ye ba na ya ba be to aso enso de free ho ye nkomre.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
Oh, Bossy Gringo Beaters Carnival! Gringo! Kumasi, Yamamu Amrado, King Paluta, and Stone Ball. New one in here. Oh, Bossy Gringo Beaters. 24th December. Kumasi Heroes Pack. Chilenina. We'll take it to 50 Ghana cities. Oh, Bossy Gringo Beaters Carnival. Gringo! We don't give a fuck with someone.
Baba Gentleman Dental. Gentleman Dental Clinic, you do not be a idea and say, BCC will sing, my boy sing her by Amaru, and so at the Amasa or sing animal names so far and to my part. If you will fix one more, and I say, you tap from a permanent one more, and also you see a ultimate aim to do, and no any from the PFM bridge, and I say PFM crowd. I feel the sign a cleaning services about your profession, no more, your friend is killing and polishing. Say, India and never be as she says, a cinema, said you Okasa, it's near my pampa and the able. Oba Gentleman Dental, ye ni na bi ewo. Gentleman Dental Clinic, ye wo Koforidua Central Police Station and Chenwa. And I would do enkran so ye wo nungwa. And atomic down, domekwa binya runabout on so. And I would do takwa the pipe one, traffic light na ewo pipe one. Ye ni OGN Bank na wo the same premises. And a kachima so ye wo magazine market kwan so wa. And I say opposite AY Ahmed. And I would do Kumasi Abrepo Junction Total Filling Station wa. Traffic light na enihwe G runabout on. Free Total Filling Station, I have on Simon and Edio. The year you free Eda Juada Popem Eda Memeda. It's me, Afreya Homano. It was 055 913 9582.
If I shall be a shot your bag, Brady, and not to be. What time you see city about Queen Wayne say? Bra, said your time about Mister, it's your Jimmy fearful, and Nadia about Edasoy. When they do this offering now. Bra, and because of me, the time about Mr. Huadancia, resting in our Ebertinka, 87 malaria, where do any time about Mister? I never go, dear, I know what I want to meet any deal. What do any time about Mister? A drink, and your mark or bar waffle through, dear one mark or down for, any aquada when you feel to you, and some of the time about Mr. Draybino. Shasa wako hospital and answer lab. I'm what we say. Oh, a 3D malaria be answer. I also time me TIME. Time about Mister. I feel malaria fever be than Ziba a woman. Ever slap. Ubenya be at all. Ever over the counter medicine sellers. And me herbal shop to do an FDA aji a judging cratoy at all. They say we are seeing Moody. Ejumo Bakun to me, wow, and to prebi be see a cahu for GDA and Yakukudro. Ubetinia Yamana Brusumpo. Call RTM Training Center. Now one for 3 weeks a pair and show send your tree excavator and also your operative forklift. Maria, you have some more certificate in the account. Nasa Wooper say after training also, who to Quakwa mind to Canada, Hungary, Romania, Czech Republic, Aqua Juma Honswa, here where Juma.
Every hour, Fribia, say when your bread now, O'Shea. Ye RTM Training Center, a Jumakura, a bow, a mountain, or Jumatito, said the bear, with me, dear Bobra, a coenim. So the Bobra Ghana, Hana, so the two Quaquaman, RTM Training Center, beat me a bow, or was so. So, Open Social forklift, Open Social excavator, Open Social wheelloader, and answer backhoe, and Open Social plombina, a debritia, Bow, I'm waiting a who, now waiting so the Aquaco Bobra, Elbe, be up as a with the Cobobrebia. RTM Training Center, a institution.
I was a Kakabu and made out from Nara, who's a woman said, I will frack it to 1 year, 2 years after that. It's the African Spider-Man, I may have a frack it to him when any problem here. Get the big cost for to come when you're already won't be. Expectation African Spider-Man and Baby say what of faith, but preoccupation who's African Jack, what Baby say what of faith, now we secret grano, anything. Imboost herbal mixture, and only me secret. Now me here to know I'm going from. And a police me do what dance and say, many namin sunshine, namin sorry, a boost immune system. I'm a cemetery and mental. Meet me the come on. I'm going to go with me so across the class. So, Metayale, I'm my latitude, making a back. And yet, never so. Hey, Spider-Man, what are you going? I'm a cratching.
Ubenya Imbus herbal mixture and pharmacy and also herbal shops. A pin for any Colamundi Fiadumino Enum FDA Agigade Katui at
Sawope wallpapers, papa, OP wallpapers, and American for mount. Sawope wallpapers at their decorative offices. So fee and sorry, say ye perhaps Sawodo. Baby Bia Uya wallpaper, dear do Juma Biano, OP wallpapers, Efro, Yama wallpapers, a macho blind curtains, a band of bedside lamps and so OP, MR types, or mass shapes, colors out nina, Ubenya Biato, Ewana Sueo, say open LED backlight, at the above flash screen a chia, and also OP, Ebemobi, some selfie ring lights, out of phone bishop, a OP wallpapers, and a Bema selfie ring lights, OP, Ewo Kumasia Doom, first floor, Nana Kwesiajman building, Tafo, GNTC building, first floor, and a chronom, or barrier, on the market and a DNM share, some open wholesale, and also retail, any OP, any in South for OP, our 0540 353750. Mamisha, time HH Heba Mr. Binaunumi, and your what dropa, a ya draw, a ya draw say, a manipedian quamwano, and yahwatin, na a quotia yare, and train yare and san wakakoto, fire wadro, nanom abribia, Kanoga Company Limited. What the time TIME ebe jasono wonwa and the time HH Heba Mr. Edia bejaso akra wonyenyan mfisia dumienu anumbi wopinfo ene oba wo makranufo enso anumbi time HH Heba Mr. Wubenya bi
over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu
so pedudo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH Heba Mr. Ejadro say FDA agye adwadien kratoi atum na ede na ya obayi oda formation ya funu emunumuni
oh Mr. Entry also yare ya titi be benfie pi nanso ne yemu nyono da se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwea ebe ya nwanwa
ninyi ni say what also tamfo hexa capsules any hexa mixture ya no mbom kutia also no bia ma no anum anka ne ho ato no dadaada also dro de eno ne hexa capsules any hexa mixture
akomni nchiremu
also yekura eto yefunu ene ensunu etuma wo yefunu ekekawa wogire ho a enye wosa etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie somehow eye also there compare hexa capsules any hexa mixture nanum bom na ho abeto
pedudura to a ko okanshi drug lane kumasi dani herbal takradi AA Mensa anafre 02038228555 apinfo abatan a woma won mofranofo ene mofra woni mfiedumienu enka ho Haxa capsules ene ne mixture
all satanfo ebe age adwadie nkratoi atom
Ashafo ye mama kwaba e de aba Alaska Star Enterprise Alaska de se de munimo no ono na de wallpapers e ba ye ene what the different kinds of eniema abepom e wona so ye Christmas eniema ye de siesie dem any occasion bia ade bia wo pasiesie wo dem bia se bi bete sa blind curtains center mats sofa covers material curtains comforters any niema bia flowers ahodo wall clocks aye de siesie dem opa bia Alaska Star Enterprise ye wo Kumasi adum Mrs. Anoche Plaza building eno ena ye first floor me pacho udru enkran so a ye wo TikTok link opposite Circle Mall Okanshi NS Chemist building nim Alaska Star Enterprise your #1 shopping center.
It's here again! It's the Super Clash! And Sompa at the Babanyaro Sports Stadium on Sunday, December 15, 3 p.m. It's Kumasi something gonna call versus Glorious across the floor. And then you butu.
I said Kumasi for a many for striker. I was on the 15th. No Taichi.
Where is it? At the Form Kulam, Popular Stand, 20 Ghana cities. Center line, 50 Ghana cities. And the VIP for a cool 100 Ghana cedis is the super class at the Babanyara Sports Stadium. Kumasia Santi Kodoko versus Accra Sofo. Empire Asia. And we are doing a pepe. Near Big Gate no 3 p.m. Ha 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 ha. We jump them. Mama Asia. I was the Babanyara Sports Stadium. Consider 15 December 2024.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet safer.
Yes, Yementi Asanturo Kojina Kono, One House of Folk, Baba Yara, Yamayama, Sunday, the live commentary Bemau, who's sending on Sabekanti Channels Mame, Ghana Premier League, weekend, Korokone, a house, a match, and into Manchester Nano, Ebaso, Yamayama, Saturday, na Adechia, Kotoko, and a House of Folk, and so a game, Baba Yara Sports Stadium, no, and so Abasuntiano Washen, and so, Yamami. Fiana Sanemum, Alaska Star Enterprise, which is a Chaku, Alaska say, Branabajo, Warp personal, and a blind curtains. Our city or demanding in any papa. What a from downward from all affair was saying the colors and infedi and popo. Wobenya be at the Io Deco, baby, I so child Deco Biano, Alaska so SC or Mobi. Wobenya best spread or different designs and in the sizes a woman, whoop morning TV stands, over TV backlight, whoop best side lamps in the Biato, a sofa covers and we here are decorative watches and in the flowers. We have plastic wardrobes and I say carpet, PVC floor tiles, artificial grass and I fee and Yama who drop RBCS with them NHS or offices and warehouses in Alaska say young country so Kumase ha Obaba a dum Mrs. Anoche Plaza, one Prudential Plaza and a D and share and cry so tiptoe lane and I say to do one MTTD office and so a D and share 0200281080 na Alaska and so enjoy so Kulun Ghana Limited one more drone a Hyunchun capsules and we are Bemana Johnson ya acho o Johnson we are in check na Johnson Santo what Johnson we crowd to so a good boxer shorts ni mu and also be so ball prostate and so buyer and no a Kulun Ghana Limited one more drive fan say Hyunchun capsules and and be do akagena mu Mr. Q juma sexually wayamre and so I Bema be so now so now tatata I know Mr. Q and a Buama Memayo and so SCP Esitabe today and for Bano what the Araba Bazen tablet and one a bebuao I'm a menstrual disorders or cramps a bar or John Wenje WIC Jao a Bano be a tonka wadrono Araba Bazen tablet 0244275429. Yes, yamre friend na mame Mrs. Pat ma patrono kasade ma NSA na o shia sante koroko meeting basono beti asma NSA omonsom kasamafo to dwar edfa Baba Yara se koroko ensom asamba ho meeting no san NSA kwa yentie Mrs.
Beginning now no more bebano. Later be my one ananka yeji upfront about 5,000 and tiase and shada anya juma and who cry ends and who to ye na sina and penny for eden letter free crime a brain say yen closing it down na yenye in CC and na akojina say ye befa enwa na ye beko back to old system.
And no Mrs. Pat just on Kasama for also edema the National Sports Authority and I'll say your date in some to that fee or movie meeting a decision bang Anna Omuteki Yentiano.
For and crown secotoko ebe no bebo has home yena mo beyond nefin kaso be hwe TV so yena yemre ne meta wo mechi o ma be fie meje o mo fel so ne mo mo hu se yenya yedi abako yentimi san wo mo hu ko be bia Jomo no fene chia wa tifo no kre nyame ado siesie na ne ye wo park ne so no ye asante kotoko asambe fie enti ye ne omudi ehyiemu se den hihye ye ne tie no se wo ba ye Baba Yara Stadium home grounds aya phenomenon na ya baba yara management ene kotoko management eshi ede enema etutu akwem enhihye
okay wo na yebisane say musuma wie renovation ne aya nneoma awosam yinyina na pitch no nso pitch no eno so no mo begina wo pitch no enso etisen
is this said I'm better pitch and yes and net more than 80 games and a war pitch in a natural grass there offer so back you who defect unlike artificial bet me about 100 matches a day and yes she be a defective beba cray kitty natural grass there and it makes straight for a new estate manager wabanana jama da or yanishia management in inishia and net nase emma budget and maintenance plan immediately after Friday omo point yanana and memano maintenance pitch workers ne etc park. It is a meno say ACC Air Coastal Park.
Yes, and no idea free the National Sports Authority as well. A de bana chese nyamiarma Sunday pitch no condition aye kama. Asante Koroko any Accra so folk and a baweno aye super clash and so ana e basona. Mame aye Bismarck kwabi mensa so say I was a bino e buana or support aye ya good year di I was a government and so support clubs no our Ghana Premier League anymore.
Have social responsibility. They can support the club because if not that young football can want some Dama and without money, it's very difficult to run a very good league. If you are banning or rising a car, he's gone because he is not paid well yet. Umar Bashir, Kayake just a season on a good season for some time, he's gone. That is how he said he's gone. So if the big players are also not in our league, how do you expect supporters, to come to the field? So these are all things we need to look at it. Some of the players, everyone $2,000. $3,000 and over 500 cities, and you wouldn't want to stop him also because only for any career.
And no, Kobe Mensa and our chess, ye denning 7 day ball say, Ghana League boy, Sikani clubs now, which the womb, our say, watches, Sika Bianwa, a war matches or ball, our Ghana Premier League anymore. Yentia Kobe Mensa, our brown or twas so far, Sika Sem, and
football. At a point in time, I was saying that yes, our salary coaches, any players in salaries, but as much as we also want good salary, when you look at the realistic thing, then you get to know that clubs and administrators, club owners, where then no share, which are players, coaches and other staff scout because one, two, some of the clubs they don't have 2 1-ton replicas. 3, they don't have sponsorship. This year I was starting there was no sponsorship. I don't know if they still have. So him fan of want to run a club and we also need to think about them. I think they can use football Monday, but they are also in a very difficult situation there
Yes, Yemre Nafi, Yemrame Twaso, or Bo Herbal Medical Research Center. As a brilliant body of us, ye Edema, a Ghana for one more bar on my swear Baba Jerry, sending in and say, one more promo from the 16th of this month, Equity 21st of December, Womiano, Omoma free health screening. Na omobe screening akoma na omobe screening ayo kidney omobe screening ayo liver adwene mu ene so sugar level ne baby aka bia no wo so be free health screening ama no mu wie na se bia be hia treatment adro bia also 20 treatment bia omo de be ma bia no wo mama 30% discount unya no bia because omo branches Ghana have bia omo bia no kuma se omo adoato adomanu asunya ne ye zinco omo immigration information center no and so D and Tachiman so Kente Royal House anomo ana chesen crans and so Shiman Frank gas filling station and Tibomorian Selbeko ama Obo Herbal a medical treatment center and Penfono and so a screen ya Bomorian so be 0550191514 na emperifono and so enjo so Qualitac dental clinic ebemount dental therapy on beboa aye crown and bridges and abesoye aye dental implant and as cosmetic dentistry obesoye scan and as x-ray and abesocha aye polishing and cleaning and abesoye ewonum sebia ogame o mo na hono ya na dodom woti ya hon ma wo seno o problema Qualitac dental clinic and so for patase aye catchre amageman bro denamu no mo fre 053825 0078. Meza.
Fancy. I think the wind of change is blowing, and it is not only about politics. We are seeing more we can do elections in the Crampoton Assad or no Syria. This time around, we also wait to make Ghanaian free crew on Crampa. You see, in Syria for every then they are penaching, they not to know. Ghanaian Koshebe be day. What tackle them be because there is a change that is actually moving in and around the world, which this particular change in the Bompire say a music be a football. Say,
a doctor.
Was it?
When a doctor.
Wow.
Abasha, Oma.
There
a doctor.
Sir.
Ne papa ne wu yansa na. Obefa henye na doctor ne treatment. Yeah, meant to us.
It's fancy. The wind of change, you know, are very necessary in this particular context when it comes to kwaya your pese your football no a faso a developer and a move it to the next round. I'm sure so with time. You resume after the elections, you know. Honorable Minister is
say Nempesuaso
Honorable Sadrak Mr. the boy Mamati. Sadrak Mammy. Now, no boy, I quite at the town, honorable worry. Honorable worry, not get tattoo. But I think, sir, Ukupimo Adriana Stars. Adriana Stars, there is a wind of change blowing. Adriana Stars, as a Sankuch. She said Adriana Stars, as a Sakucha, when you are bread and day. Let me say, and I no pay no yen Bishop Atawa has said, say, on an Sunyane Airport.
Mustafa Yusuf F.I.
On an Sunyane. Mike.
Sompa Sports.
Iti fancy. And I no pay Adriana Stars ako Romania. Na omako akofa Aristicas Yoba dinaba kruma no say omra no mekuchi Adriana Stars. Na emi say Bishop
Aristicas Yoba. O say baby you.
Wa saba kruma oba Adriana Stars. Oba be kuchi Adriana Stars.
Atabokum de naba.
On the Kosia na airport. E wo Sunyane airport. No, the nam no the neko. Iti on timi be kan chese coach we no dim ho.
Oh, okay.
And then empire of board almost have fa. That's I'm far. I'm far. But you're not with all seriousness when it comes to the Baba Sports Stadium and whatever that we've done over there some time now. I'm a pitch and I'm calling the ball so Milo games. Now, I heard the time frame between Tama and Kurani Milo games, you know. Any time frame a die and tell me to say we Kumasa Sante Kotokone across folk now. I don't think there's any major activity over there. I beat my course here, real havoc. I will pitch in so I enjoy a very good game. And I strongly believe say Kumasa Sante Kotoko ebe fie no ababebo fie no. Maybe you can think about kwanya nipa befa so me stadium ahodo because maybe na obo ase kebu bewa. And you would understand so say ebia transport issues say bia kwamu nyoma the distance na obi be call na bia bibia kwa because nipa do na nke be use do obo ase road no due to Kumasa Sante Kotoko ne asofu. But this time around they are coming home. Omo be fie ni sikasem between the NSA and Kumasa Sante Kotoko. It is the last thing I'm expecting it to continue happening and answer team between the two of them in the public. Eyensako na insaba. Kotoko ehia Baba Sports Stadium. And at the same time, no so no. NSA force here Kumasa Sante Kotoko Baba Sports Stadium. Fancy. Kotoko more muska e broso. E bro adwene ntiase so. E wo ma na ska kese bia be fam na ekọ na asaba. E wo ma na ska kese bia ba na asatiko. They be a small club, they be getting, but at least almost generate some few money so me media touch and be almost went to me at all with Kotoko coming back. And all you need is Kotoko to be performing. So Kotoko performing week after week, trust you me. Stadium no, the power don't have it my day. A bit me aba. No matter if games in the now also to me generate scar, also to me generate. It you come on first kasem. Any san your money there. Omuma suncha abra Kotoko eba back and day bibia suncha. And I've heard several stories. And the Ameyane say those who caused the problem between Kotoko and the NSA. Omu nyem kofua, omu be part of Kumasi Asante Kotoko management. The people who caused trouble for Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the NSA, omu nyem kofua, omu ye juma Kotoko management.
No me yohai.
Fancy, supporters are maybe I'm asking was I acquired the Mujina gate and they make some certain statement. Now no yabon kodani game. We also did our consultations and they didn't come on bia. You bet me blame the NSA for all we care. I know sometimes omo a little bit of problems with how omo siti yo omo nyoma. Bebu ana kasa twetwe ni bi ni nyoma bi ane na mo nchen. Ene our attitude towards facing problems. Enya si etu sheda. Ye ni NSA o problem obi aka asem we empanifo betu ho na mo ame atena se aka asem no na konkonho na hihye obi atrim. If you want it safe, play it safe. Yempe watimi wakame bia abra Kotoko se babiem. But it hurts. Say Obuasefo anya the opportunity to continue to watch Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Say omuni ni wadi biase webe ni na say akwa kogu. Akwa kogu. Ana Kotoko fo no mokwa mo ba ha ye be hye mo ana Kotoko ni nyina akwa kogu. At the same time on the opposite side, ana ye de mo Obuase biem ana ye de se ni nyina akwa kogu. Afi mo ba back. Ni nyina akwa kogu. But it only hurts me say Premier League football has left Obuasi again. As they say, I don't know the biase for Division 1 no. But I think people started getting money with Koroko. The economic factor of this particular thing. And they have the economic factor of whatever that is happening. Akotoko back no. Baby so say no. Na baby ye. He say Michael Adam for baba na owo media gate no. He say ono so adwuma be dey.
Akwan de friend no ro ba ko abere mienu.
Ono so adwuma.
Ogro ba shi usika nyina.
Ono so adwuma. Ba be so. It is
Sompa Sports
with how it's going to go. Now, the change of government with its impact on our qualifications and what we want to do. There are a lot of things that Ghana for any abro from whatever that is coming. Now, yet the transition period will start this Wednesday. Transition team, no. They will start working as soon as possible until he's given the proper mandate on 7th of January. Agreed. But I think the most important aspect in recent times has been how Ghana for city who various study issues said the quabonting. America de kakaf kampo bani say yintimi mwe game okruma say it had to take political interference for us to get to play against Sudan. Ewa Accra Sports Stadium no. At the same time, ya kan yoma bebre about developing the Ghana Premier League, investing in our football and being there for every single national team. Due to elections, nan yoma bobo so kakra. A man be here scared about some friendly matches before they prepare for the Women African Cup of Nations. I've said it time and time and again. And fancy, ya kone yanko ye ya mo bia metena no mbeka nkyere say ye nyade because we failed to prepare. And we did not invest in most of the friendly matches. We wanted them to play before they go for the main tournament. Oh, they are not talking Black Princesses. And some are coaches grandpa ya fifa mo motete achiri. Aban amoba madaro ma yesremo. Football da Ghana for akoma so. Enya football per se ukra na athletics. Sports in general e da Ghana for akoma so. Yenka say munyai de wunya with the economy ni nyoma bebre hu be sports. But it is important to realize the economic impact of sports. 21st century. And the amount of money it can also generate for the economy. So betting tax na mote. Betting tax na ede na mo de enya sports. Sports na mo ye wo so na we kotwa na odi a what in the betting tax 10%. So it is something that can generate a lot of things for us. We need to understand it as an economic factor. Ebetimi aboa ye improve ye sikasem asoman. Ni treating it as such. The moment you recognize it as something that can add value to the GDP, who the investment be shame. The moment you invest, you can demand accountability. The moment you can demand accountability, then there is smooth operations. Ebetimi dia ye adwuma, ama sketimi abo man nim, ama obi ansa etimi akona no. Me sure say oba ne be catch president because say oba no FIFA agent. Wakon school akon ne mu abesene ko obe catch the impact of it. How much when they sell one player the money they get? If it is feasible, the kind of taxes you can even charge on it. Any clubs in the bro more bre. So mo game we yet crown stadium crown dey say no mo benya. Say we nya say we need massive investment and development when it comes to Ghana sports. The wind of change na ye born ho pa ya manfo obi aka say wind of change abo, wind of change abo, wind of change na abo. Ye ho adwuma ne sha ase samri. And if you don't do it well, their fast sports will be here.
Yeah, so well, Meza Mate me da se me ba Mike imbustaba mesha police ni edro. Yes, we call pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops ni nyina mo ebu ukwa wo so pe police ni edro ni bi. Na wato na wanom enye ya enye nyono. Chese onom na no pa de no be yi no ye de cap kuma bi e de ahye ni tini so ya bomodi anso be no ni tini 2. Ansana 20 minutes time what pedwane echi akwan no ayo breakfast ewia wo didi wia no wanom ni tini mienu anwumre so saa ya de bia esi woni pedwane mo bia beyi apie na ya hwe so ano wanom na afa ya timi atu ase eyo ya de ni pia menyanom kosonenom ayo police ni adraba boawo na support immune system ama system no enso atimi ayadwuma ye imbust pharmacy no okohono manu no wo benya dropa bia nso atu akwakoton ehon ayo sale enkoa say ya brofudro say ya bibidro ana obese utu eton imbust pharmacy and say yen kan chaw say bomori enso beba omo okode offense akwan ni so 0246 208496 Liberty Conference ababas way aya December edition theme aya my Thanksgiving omayi area free Psalm 107:1 anomayi asemono enso area free shanen so ema me say Mama Esther, Minister Kwame Jedu, Minister Moses Oke, Minister Kwaku Jesse ana Esther Nyameche wo nyina ba nyame ya doma aya 21st of this month and upon unsia e Jubilee Park ana sajumede ebas we no aya food for thought omo ene ayo man ministries ana akabuma wo mo de jumede eba tifawunshem na Thanksgiving jumede ene man so anya fine Emma Joy Chem Roofing aye company limited SAIBR self-lock MSL standard sheet and a Euro tiles afei enho akadeni nyina no ene chesalo zinc obenya se oyo project adrumpembe so se dan oboswa enye roofing sheet bia no so use wo ba be free estimate amount ni ama roofing sheet madam nyunu kama ene wadan mo Washington so mo mehe mana from recommend bi mana wo mo nso ansa no adwuma no ete branches adoso sunwane ball gatamale nom kumasia wo mo sokoba na mpa mo ni police station no edi enimhwe 0540125816 Joy Ken abejoso Mike
fancy me that say the Black Galaxies Ghana the FN local Black Stars omo Togo akobo friendly omo prepare for
Sompa Sports
AFCON local chan qualify against Nigeria until omo Togo akobo friendly game and then I know be prepare omo for the encounter. Me the pictures ni be send Shadrack in Sonya obeti media so. Now I am using this moment to advance an agenda I've had since. Say, name Black Stars coach. The Black Stars coach is supposed to also supervise the activities of the Black Galaxies, local Black Stars. And Pempiani argument say a league na yebono. I was seeing local players no moko rap Black Stars team name. Anameboa. Then the counter argument mostly is also that players will need enough exposure omombo matches do ani and even so omoko national team camp no cry opportunities are offer omo no aya na form as compared to omobo outside Ghana. Now to be able to make the local footballer more prepared and more exposed send e be ya obira national team mu a ending nya bebre no one way through the Black Galaxies and running a year-long program ede emfaso enso edeba mekanisa na me say it is actually a practice that we had na ede emfaso bre when Milovan Rajevac Ebefa Black Stars, no, he was also acting as a coach of a local Black Stars. And on the Buamo to me who the best of a local breed of players or a local league in him. And or fast track bimo progression into the senior national team. Ebra AFCON 2010. Some of them were part and they played pivotal roles. A boy, Ami Koko drew final. No. And we behind they called 2010 World Cup now. You drew quarter final stage. Local boys were playing. So it means if you mad the Black Stars coach na ba be this na a man of first-hand information and access to the best of a local breed of players. I select the local Black Stars in him. And this is a job Otto Addo should do. Yabo AFCON qualifiers anko ye nim. Say ye nimu a kwan ba ne fast way to sa na mo no. One, Otto Addo ni experiences at the national level. Making him take charge of a Black Galaxies, it exposes him to try now for matches, A man need to meet 80 players nasi ye, and then he gets to appreciate their skill set better than say you be from Blasters. No could do 2 days. No be training. Na yes, coach I was so used to him. Otto Addo will trust in using kudos than using play a B or what form a local league anymore on him no. But if you make him the local Black Stars coach, what happens is that player no what form a local league anymore. Dano Otto Addo ni nishia any nyankita who they were local Black Stars team nim. It is ordinary by Black Stars team anymore. They have a certain working relationship and understanding. And no onim kwayo betie yusu no yusu ne ye. So it does not become Black Galaxies program near a player or outside of the program of a Black Galaxies from the local league. But rather, we have a systemic plan. Local Black Stars, the best. You say 5 players, you promote you from local Black Stars to Black Stars. You name say no more. And it should be something. I was here going forward. If the newly elected president of Ghana this is something they must perhaps look at.
When there
should be a synchronization. Your national teams, the progressive aspect of it, so much in line. Into under 17, under 20, under 23, then the Black Galaxies, which is the local Black Stars, and then the senior national football team. Sa pepe na wase. And Otto Addo should handle the 2 teams. Black Stars coach no wabo matches do saying. And there is no way the Black Stars program will clash or collide with that of the Black Galaxies. Black Stars program nenko. And a Black Galaxies program nenko. So you can coach the 2 teams in the same year.
Oh, so a year Juma.
Yeah.
Sompa Sports.
Inti yes idea no. Ono ankasa no ebe buano
because
he will pay attention to the local league.
Yeah, due to Wayne me mano. Enya fe na ba bedwen.
Automatically no ni mo bi. Okay fine, what friend asumesi
in the out the buy.
And if only na ye adwuma sa quickly you were able to identify them and then bring them on board, and that should be something that they do. Now, and now matching. Me sorry around 3 something. Then I had this message from a key member of the National Development Planning Committee. NDPC the whole Ghana. Say impenifo aya Paul mo a omo ye committee a omo tena se a plan say Ghana in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years say no mine no esieti enti yemfa we mfem rem yemfa enti adesua de education ebia health. And they come up with policies, project initiatives. It will develop Ghana for the foreseeable future. Opinion come on the media, and let me post it because of Facebook. Now, or can now manesi say they are ending an 8-year period and now 8-year tenure. Meetings don't want no more. Sports never played a prominent role amongst the key and the mainstream development initiatives. Na say you could dim komo a o ye be ye kwan your best schools free SHS anyway no say NDPs initial sports there no omo fast seriousness in kan ho sa enti eyo no ono no or a sports background enti ono na mostly he clamored for say they should look at sports differently almost a sports now enya a good ye keke enya mirike bi ne yekotu enya ball bi ne yekobo ne keke nemom ye a certain economic value attach as a wo ye no ye ni year send ye wo gidie say ye de sika ra other sectors e de impuntuo ene sika ebre o man no sanso na sports ne betimi aba o ka ye na no o last 2 meetings anafi o mbeji atum ba o ko they have a meeting next week then they will agree say sports should be mainstream na fe o montana no muntu anamo. So it means that the incoming government will need to now grab what they leave and then they will start implementing it. And yes, I fancy it justifies why in 8 years in the past 20, 25, 30, even going beyond, we have not seen sports as an industry. It contributes to the socio-economic benefits of this country, and as it improves a country in terms of its economy. We have invested money, but sikani yedi sports muno. Yentimi fa yensense yebo se adepoti we na beyama. In for instance, government here omokwe, the Nana Adodankwe Akufo-Addo government here omokwe, they invested huge sums of money in constructing astroturfs. But found say astroturfs nemu do omo ye no say 100 e mu say and endem praying a betimi a hosti a competent or a local top flight game. E mu do saying the locations way. How much have we spent on tournament? Ye ko AFCON, ye ko World Cup budget kesie ni. Sasi kana ya spend no fancy. Even in the 8-year period alone, Ebeke can abro $100 million. Yemisa say in terms of sports development project, how much have we invested in that sector within the same time frame? Inti Yeboka was sports event. Yemboka on project that will trigger sports development. And we need to change the paradigm. I will say a realignment of how we see sports and how we invest in sport. And that is something I expect the new government to take charge. Because now, NSA, National Sports Authority, effectively, a sports estate management institution. Omoshe Stadium Nkwaso. But that is not even the mandate of the NSA. So if we want to change, let's start with the institutions. The Ministry of Youth and Sports, the National Sports Authority. Let's get competent people with enough expertise, not omombe handle, and then they will start streamlining affairs. And Kabila stars a craft corner. Budget no, a yearless a crown was away, and a chief in elsewhere. There's a minimum. Nipa no ye debut nipa no TNS is not CSR. So and I make us say answer sani omemu a ebeye soldier go soldier come. But the practices will continue and ye hu fa so bia.
Well, Mate Mike me da say na me banana pole ho nyame yarma Sunday asante korokone house of folk nti na ma o mayi matches ni nyina ya Saturday time eba me sha no eno nso pebi enom enye ya anase nenom no enye nwunu kra time asa wo test say o hwepse MPS malaria parasite ne na ba say emo ne bi e o mo jerema dru abejew na tu malaria fever say amao time herbal mixture na onumbia abesa siesie wonuma to aduane nya wo de anase important ka so techema so yo nwono o mu anase onyo basa bia se awade wudum esin so anase say heat aduane nyina no time ba me schedule no enso ebeboawo ya wo time HH herbal mixture ene ne capsules ni nyina no ye adwuma pe wow timi no mixture no beto no wow per capsules so beto eno eboa general well-being a boost immune system na siesio ama oba wase abenya bema so no ma be wie pay ediama 0244417669 Jean's toothpaste and a Jean's toothbrush and so our Ghanaian market and so and yana mo bia mo mini mart and mo supermarket no ya mo pe Jean's total care Jean's whitening and a Jean's herbal toothpaste our natural herbs a ball seno buying Niger minty fresh breath wonum ebe shama fei ukoni pama on fresan say wa ho frena simple sena on frena piepa and a Jean's total care so ebeke aye plaques and decay nyina no enso ebe jai amanioma ye fine edama dwaso de baby abefa bi abenya bi enso ato Sompa chere na beba so bronya e se ye nyanka ne ye mamemo enso ekuna fona doye eye papa de da bia meka sa oya papa on tontwene o give almsa eboawo e ma nyoma bia da wakoma so ne mpaibo bia obobia no apono bia mu ato bia so bie enti fa wo hyem ketwa bia nso emo say 5 kilos cooking oil say bako say ntoma say atare say mpaboa empo eye sikena abaso de ba ye ma momo namba sunwane ene nkran Sompa ya night market e wo sunwane ana GCB building mo on kranza ahono be call na do be so de ko bia no de akọ ana kumasi ya so ba from here ya wa here 0598 559802 0241 272990 Dino aya Blessed Foster and I say Terra One Media ne bebe bia no asene usika no enso e de atoso ye beje na ya da nyame nhraw se wo ye Polly
yeah boss
yentie we
menu ameda asene akonya ode amame we ye kotoko fan na ofi ageme so prince fabulous the best fabulous the greatest fabulous we see more dey ye e more dampa Shadrack wadaw maboa me kakra boss ene umre ni nti mame nya ne snappy me bla panyin wo ye adwuma wo goso Genesis FM ni di pa de kwakuo mu by di adodo na ni di ni de asampa a ofi kukuom hima aba no me chia no na ne birthday man happy birthday minua me di umre ne boss kotoko supporters ye besre ye gina kono nyame ya adoma Sunday mesre boss asema me bekan e yasem hia pa NFC boss na wotu osesi ano yesre no eniema woni enipa bi afiri nkran abeto no mpaso mu ye no onyai kotoko supporters ye yente se mobro ba yete se mimina boss se wakwafuo mpen a ye wo mo bi afra mu mobro omu die se wo ye na yi na du ti konum hwe omu bebo no ye yente sa kotoko ni has ya bom match ya hwinsida die si ba ko pe atwam enukwa na nye kotoko ni has supporters ne yekun eye bibi na si na we nyina bai kotoko supporters do the whole we say referee bia no mu ode che kotoko supporters ni has supporters mesre NSA boss no onini lem
adey
yan ye bo home eniema bia ya tete ni niema ye hu no yesre no yan ye bo home enkrofo bia free nkran ya be kan ho okumase a why na adwen say ye bo home but the ope en obeye anase a wetim no obeye bibia ma omu no yesre no amimina ohoyi wonmo na mmom obewurawura wani ase ahawa mawa afom na okokra hwa obesan ye besre no so we have say boss wo Asante region ha nye yenti no obai ye anya nanu a omu pese saba back obeye ya doya enko kotokokra ye nim so papa bi o wa friend sa yesre no na fe ya match ne besre kotoko supporters nyambo Sunday gina kono mesre kotoko supporters kotoko ne has ye nyai mo coach ni players so ye besre nyambo Sunday kotoko supporters obi amfa ni tools ne yan konko 30 minachi two your friends say post ni mi enu achi ni nyina ye 2020 Center Life 50 VIP 100 yesre edani duru anya fe na wo beye me na me konsuo ta ma ye stadium no me na me twe blocks yesre yese ye pesika ma ye wura ede atua winning bonus enu nti na kotoko fans ye ko stadium ye nko ni free mesre kotoko supporters match wey yesre mo obi antrefie Sunday ye gina kono kotoko supporters ye gina kono Sunday boss umre niti ba menya nyambo chene beto aso that's boss
Nana Poli no. Yes. Yen fa course na I unfortunate san say I am say me 2 lines na manya issue e wo ba ko ho. Enti ye de ba ko pe e na be ye adwuma e na me so monitor live. E wo TV so ba na wadaro ma lower volume e wo TV set no so ma yen kasa e wo phone mti 1 line e na me de ye adwuma 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 I like back up in the year, Juman 2 banner, ya far real quick na wabana fi watch wajuna ya queen. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello, caller. Oh. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Oh, bad, too bad. Monvan Chenti. Manya a problem kakra me one other line. So ntia the back na na efa course. No, hello.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, sir.
But this is James School. Because every son I
James School it's you.
No, me that's it. My number fully me my number about so obo no more pa. Now fine. NSA boss in Pacho political appointee and I say it's for ba.
Appointment ebeba.
Now, first and then the best